Alright lads, what's the crack? It is the Midnight Kid back with another option file tutorial, and today we're going to be taking you through how to get the classic option file v1 onto your copy of PES 2019. Now this video is specifically for people that have downloaded the version 1 of the main PES Universe option file or version 2 of the main PES Universe option file, and also want the classic league in as well, the classic teams, and they don't want to overwrite anything. So as I said, to simplify it, this video is specifically to get the classic option file and the main PES Universe option file to coexist, to get everything without deleting anything. Because naturally enough, obviously we are limited with our space. There's nothing we can do about that. It's just the way edit mode is. There's limited slots, there's limited leagues that you can edit, obviously. But with this, we're going to be able to choose where we want to do our classic league, where we're going to actually import it. Now by default, the classic league is going to go in over the Bundesliga in V2. If you have V2 installed and you install the classic file without following this video, you're going to overwrite your Bundesliga. If that doesn't bother you, and I know it won't bother a lot of people, that people literally, there's a massive demand for the classic stuff, that some people just play the classic stuff throughout the year with their whole copy of PES 2018 or PES 2019. This video is specifically just to show you how to get the main option file and the classic option file to work together. So if we go in here and we're going to have a quick look, this is by default where the option file is going to go in instead of the Bundesliga. The classic option file v1 is going to go in here, and it's going to override all these teams. Now we don't want that. We want to keep the Bundesliga, obviously, and we also want to keep the Chinese Super League, which we will have installed by the time you can download it. Now if you want to, it's up on the site. We're going to overwrite the MLS. Now, I'm just going to overwrite the MLS because we are holding back the MLS till probably V3. We still have to do a bit of testing on the PC and stuff. But we're, just for purposes of this video, we're going to overwrite this MLS. Now, we've deliberately left the MLS blank until V3 anyway, just so you guys can decide what to do. So let's get on with it. This is what we're going to be doing. So first of all, we're going to actually go on and download the option file from the site. Log in. It is available for Gold members first. Log in, extract as normal, and put it onto your USB. When we get that step out of the way, we're going to go into PES where you are now. You're going to follow what I do. So you're going to have to make sure that you have enough images as well, because these are high quality images, 2048 by 2048. I mean, a lot of people play the classics. The work on in from the classic team, PES Uni Legends, has been phenomenal. So we have decided for V1, we're going to have it in the highest possible resolution for the kits. But it will take up a bit of space. So you might need to delete some images if everything doesn't go in on the first bat. So we're going to go in here to import team. We're going to be doing this individually, so I'll show you what actually happens. We're going to find our USB, which you should have popped into your PS4 by now. And here we go. So these are all the teams. We should have 16 teams in the league, the Classic League. Now we're going to select all of these, okay? We're going to select them all. You can do them one by one if you want. But we're going to select all these because I know I have enough space. And we're going to go to detailed settings. Now this is the main part of this video. And this is, specific to this video of how to get everything to coexist. Usually for important, like the Bundesliga, which is all like fully created league, or the MLS, or the Chinese Super League, or the classic option file, you will be always ticking apply player and squad data. This brings in the created players that we've created on our copies of PES and shared with you guys. So the apply player and squad data is all the squads, the teams, the formations, and all the players, the faces, the appearances, the player details, their boots, down to their motion, their free kicks, their stats, everything. This overwriting image files of the same name is only if you're updating your option file. So we don't need to worry about this for the time being. With the classic option file v2, we can actually go into a bit more in depth with this. This is the other option here. Now if you read this, it says you can select which team you wish to apply each set of team data to. You can choose a different team for each set of data. If you do not apply this data will automatically apply to teams where the data is exported. So basically what this means is when we create a team and we export it, when you import it, it will be the default location. So as I already explained at the start of this video a couple of minutes ago, the default location that we exported the Classic League from on our PS4s would be the Classic League overwriting the Bundesliga. Now we don't want that. We want to keep it, and we want to overwrite a fake league, which we already haven't updated, which is the MLS in this case. So we're going to go ahead and tick that and click OK. Now this will bring you up to another screen, and you're going to have to click on this. It'll take a couple of seconds more. We're going to click on import data. Select which team you want to apply this data to. Now you can literally see here where it would be overwriting by default. It would be Hanover And we don't want that, obviously. Now, another thing, we could put this anywhere. We could literally put this anywhere. We could put it in the Championship, we could put it in the Super, or we could put it in the Premier League. Any unlicensed team, we can pretty much overwrite. But obviously, we don't want to do that to mess up with our main file or whatever. We could put it in there to any of the fake leagues, Bluck Rose, or any of them. But we want to keep them all together. So we want to go and choose the MLS, which you'll see here, every team can be updated or whatever. And we're pretty much just going to choose the MLS, choose any team we want here, start from the top, work your way down, click X on that, and it will overwrite it. And that's pretty much it. It's very, very simple. It's very easy. And it just overwrites it exactly where you want to do it. So as you can see here, that is going in. You've got the kits, you've got the managers, you've got all the team data. And you pretty much just rinse and repeat. So again, you can see here that from this, we have now got Arsenal 0106 in. That is in exactly where we wanted to put it. We're going to put the second team here, and so on and so forth until the rest of the teams are done. So you're pretty much just manually assigning where the team you want to put them in. It's simple, it's easy, and there's no kind of, there's no, reason why anybody can't be able to follow this in terms of, wherever they want their team. You can put them in alphabetical order if you want to do that. I mean, Nottingham Forest and Arsenal obviously beside each other might annoy some people, but we can change that again in a second. I'll show you at the end of this video. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just pretty much do this entire process to show you guys what it looks like, because it'll only take a couple of minutes, but I will fast forward the video and come back to you in a couple of seconds. Alright, so as you can see there, we just finished the import and obviously everything has gone in. Now I'm going to just show you something really quick here, because I know a few people will be asking, and obviously this is a tutorial, so I'll try to be as thorough as possible. This is our new classic file, okay? This is our new classic league. You can see all the classic teams have gone in there. There's going to be a few at the bottom here, because obviously there's only 16 classic teams, and this is a league. This fake league has 20 teams. So we're going to fix that, and we're going to fix a couple of other things as well. We're going to go into competition structure. We're going to go to draw size. We're going to go to MLS, and we're going to change that to 16. That will do that. We're also going to go to competitions. We're going to go down to the very bottom here, and we're going to go to this, I think, PLA League. We're going to change this. We're going to go to competition name. We're going to go to MLS. We're going to go to Classic League. And there we go. We're going to change this manually. I mean, it takes a couple of seconds. That's it, like. So we're going to just change this again to the Classic Cup. You can call this whatever you want, but this is what we could just call them. And again, we're just going to change this to the Classic Super Cup. Again, if you want to start a Master League with this is the format that it will take on. But it's not going to be much of a difference. Okay, I don't know why that CUP is capitals. But anyway, we're going to leave that at that. And we're going to go to emblem. Going to go to load. And you're going to see here all the emblems, okay? Now, we need to manually import the emblem as well, because these are all obviously the emblems that have gone in with the main option file. So we're going to go back out here. We're going to go back out here. And we're going to go back into import export. Now, if you wanted to juice, I'll just show you this real quick. If you wanted to put this in here, okay, and you wanted to just import this is going to import over the Bundesliga. There's no way to actually manually choose what league it overwrites, like the teams. So you can't do it. That's why you have to do it the way that I'm showing you there manually, if you do this method. So it's very simple. I mean, all you're going to be doing is importing images. I know a lot of you mightn't have done this, but it's very simple. You're going to go to competition emblems, choose your USB, and then this is done alphabeticalized. So you'll see all the files here. You'll see everything. So this is called the PES Universe Classic Cup. So we should have it down by P. There we go. So we've got the league logo here, okay? Now we're just going to import that. Going to click OK. That'll import. And now when we go back in, we're going to have our emblem ready for us there. So again, we're going to go back into competitions. We're going to go back down here. We're going to go to the PLA League, and we're going to choose this emblem, load, down to the very bottom, put this in, and there we have it. And again, we're going to go to the detailed settings. You can choose whatever you want to do. You can put on the badge. You don't need to put on the badge. We would advise to leave it off. The MLS Cup, obviously, we can just change this as well to the Super Cup, to the Classic Cup. Put that back there, emblem, load, Now, we will probably update the logos just so that they're a bit different, but again, this is just a league at the moment. We will be doing a lot more classic stuff. So there we have it. Now, when we go back in, you'll remember from the very start, we're going to go back into our main menu. So we've got now everything. We've got everything here. We've got our Bundesliga still fully intact and all that stuff. And we've also got the Classic League here. So that's pretty much it, lads. That is pretty much it. You can just go in there and have a quick look at the players. Obviously, Ronaldo and them look absolutely phenomenal. But even the players that we've created and the lads have created, they just look unreal. Let me see. Larson is a good pick. I mean, look at that. It looks phenomenal. These are all created in game. Obviously, you've got Ronaldinho with his proper face, Iniesta, Xavi, Fabregas, Deco as well has been created. He looks okay as well. Some of the player faces are phenomenal. Some of the player faces obviously will be updated, but they still, I mean, listen, the in-game editor is very limited on what you can do with the faces, and the lads have done an absolute smashing job. Van Bronckhorst looks amazing. Probably my favorite face is actually, well, one of my favorite faces is probably Ryan Giggs. I think he looks phenomenal in it. I think he looks absolute class. I mean, that is created from scratch. Obviously, you've got Bex when he was in his younger years. You've got Paul Scholes as well. You've got Ferdinand as well. The Rock at the back. Steve Bruce. I mean, all these guys look phenomenal to me. Van der Sar looks pretty decent as well. Vidic, I mean, again, looks very angry but class. Evra. And even the players such as, back in the olden days, I mean, back in the proper days of football, as I would call him, Packy Bonner, the Irish goalkeeper, absolute beast. You've got Neil Lennon here for Celtic. You've got Larson when he was a bit younger as well, before he's moved to Barca. You've got Hartson as well. I mean, some of the players here look absolutely phenomenal, and the amount of work on in here are just quality, to be honest. Again, Liverpool, Dudek. We've got Risa, all created as well. We've got Xabi Alonso when he's a little bit younger. We need the hair a bit longer. Harry Kewell. We've got Stevie G. We've got Barosh. There's just such a wide variety of teams and players here. It really is phenomenal work. One of my favourites as well, just before we end here, is Nesta, who looks really, really, really good. So yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. You can have a look and explore that. We will be doing a couple of showcase videos. I'm actually going to have a couple of videos in a few minutes just about this as well. So it is a long tutorial. I hope I haven't bored you too much. I hope you stayed with it. We're going to save that and we will be good to go. And that's pretty much it. So I've been the Midnight Kid. Don't forget to like, favorite and subscribe. Any questions, get in touch in the comments below. And don't forget to help out anybody having difficulties as well if I don't see the comments. And that's it. Peace.